So, hello everybody at Adobe app development team. Before I start, I'd just like to say this PS Touch, you stopped updating it a long time ago, and I keep getting warnings that say it doesn't come up in the moment, but often when I open this app, it will say this will slow down your iPhone and that the developer needs to update it. It's been saying that since 2014. It's now 2017, almost 2018. I paid almost $10 for that app, and you just left it. So the rest is about PS Express here. I'm going to show you something which is pretty bad. So find a photo I didn't edit yet. So here, first of all, this is the Apple built-in crop tool. I'm going to turn it around, and then we're going to open it in. This was already the right way around, so it might not work. We'll put a vignette on it. We're going to close it. What's that, man? What have you done? What do you call that for display? So here's the good thing. That's the bad thing. Here's the good thing. When I save it done, it's okay. Another thing, but I don't seem to be able to reproduce this when I'm recording the screen, but when I'm not, it happens. Is that when I click on now the crop and rotation tool, the rotation icon on the left with the arrow, the square with the arrow over it, so I'm going to rotate it now, disappears. So these tools under the straighten, this straighten thing here, disappear completely. And the only way I can get it to appear is by doing something like this and then changing it back. But I can't seem to reproduce it with screen recordings. Must be something to do with QuickTime recording. It seems to make it work, but when I'm not recording with QuickTime, actually this crop tool and the flip, vertical and horizontal flip tools disappear from the interface completely. So that's a second point. Unfortunately, I can't visually reproduce it for you in the moment. I'll keep trying, and maybe at some point I'll be able to reproduce it for you. And so this is of course opening from within the Photos app, not opening it straight from the app. So these issues are happening when I'm opening them from within the Photos app. So here, let's look again. I'll show you here this first issue again, where I'm going to use this Apple crop and rotate. Seems to be causing problems with the Adobe app, because when I close it, then the other thing is you can see on the top right of the screen there's the done in dark blue. So I have to move my hand up to the top of my iPhone to press done, and you can see of course there's this strange rotation there. So it's obviously not compatible with the Apple Photos app. You need to do something there. But the next thing is, can you see the done in the Apple Photos app is down on the bottom right, which means I have to move my hand all the way back down to the bottom right to press done again. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is, for ergonomics, your done button is on the top right, whereas the Apple done button, just edit this. So I'm going to press done. You see, I'm pressing the done button top right of the screen, and then I have to move my hand down to the bottom of the phone to press the done button on the Apple Photos app. So I would suggest a lot of people are opening Photoshop PS Express from within the Photos app directly, which is great because it doesn't have to save a second copy. I don't end up with double photos. It just keeps the same edit. And So, you know, why put the done button on the top? Why don't you put it on the bottom so that when I close with done in Photoshop, in PS Express, why don't you put it down here under where it says portrait, or this, on this tool here? Why don't you put the done button just to the right of this illuminated tool on the bottom right of the screen instead of on the top here? Instead of on the top here. Because it doesn't make sense. It's not ergonomic. The done should be in the same place. Although I know that's an Apple Photos app, it's not an Adobe app, but you should make it compatible with the same kind of interfacing so that the user understands the same kind of menu structure. So actually for an Apple iOS app, you should design your own app interface to follow the same kind of logic as Apple's app, Photos app. So when people open photos from the Photos app using PS Express to edit it, it'll make sense, and it'll be much less screen estate to travel across with the hand, because it's quite tiring when you have to do a lot of photos. So there you go. There's some more stuff, but I think that's enough for this time, and I'll show you some other issues again soon. So hoping this might inspire you to redesign your UI. This is also, of course, an older version of the app, which I know you've updated again, but I don't want to update it, unfortunately, because the last time you updated it, you put these things in, and it used to be just with those. That's all there was, and I used to just scroll along to what I wanted, and now you don't. You've got these things here, light, and it's all closing in boxes like this, and as every box open and close, it just increases the amount of finger taps, and everything's hidden within boxes like Russian dolls, and it's horrible. It should be just one extended line, and you shouldn't hide each kind of tool with the color tools inside a box, the effects tools within a box. It's horrible. It's really horrible like that. It doesn't make it easier. And while I'm at it, I would just say also, for example, oh golly, oh my god, here we go. So for example, I'm going to use this clarity a lot. Sometimes I hit on this accidentally, and here we go. Accidentally have to cancel it. I'm never going to sign up for it. You're trying to sell me stuff. I'm not going to use it. Why the heck? Okay, I know some people like that, you know, but you know, defog and oh, once again, we don't want to defog. I can use all of the tools you have here to get exactly the effects I want. I can do what I want. I can change the tints, and I can get any of the effects that you've got on these filters here. Yeah, of these filters I don't use at all. They're horrible. I just use natural light, and if I do want to create a filter like let's say vibrant like this, I'm not going to do it that way, and I'm definitely not going to pay for some extra filters, which you've got these things here. Oh my god, what do I go away? You want me to sign in, yeah. And the other thing is my looks, just to have programmable looks, which would be a great feature. You want me to sign up? You want me to sign up for an Adobe ID so that you can collect my data? No thank you, never. That's not the way. Everybody's got this concept and trending corporate apps are trending to try and get us, you know, Outlook and OneDrive. It's not the way. People aren't going to use the cloud, especially since we got iCloud Drive and stuff for free and already registered with Apple. We're not going to do that. You're not going to get me. So either you let me use this app for free and take these things out. Let me deactivate this so I stop hitting it accidentally, and it just makes me hate you. That's all it does. It's just bad public relations. You know, and apart from that, you know, there's an app called Procreate, and there's a few other apps that just really put you to shame. There's one app, I've forgotten what it's called, My Art Pro or something, and it's just like the real Photoshop. It's just like the desktop version. It's got the file, edit, view. It's got all of the tools that Photoshop has, which is still old school for a mobile interface compared to Procreate. But you know, I use this app a lot just to put a vignette on. It's the only app that has this white vignette. That's why I use it, to be honest. And if it didn't have this white vignette, I wouldn't be using it because there's 1,000